fit, bro. He had his hair combed over. He had the jacket with the collared shirt, and this man had the pink pants, which are now slightly brown, and that is my doing. The only catharsis I can take from that is that my pants are brown and the coffee will not show as much.
Nice.
But something that it will be shown momentarily is this disgusting team.
And a display of skill. So we're going to go ahead and get right into this. We got a couple of Austin players in CTX and Houston, so a mismatch of players that want to make it to that finals match.
Now, this is the antithesis of what I expect doubles to be going forward. Straight chaos, right? You got you got Villager Snake versus Ganondorf Ness. Explosive matchups in this situation.
Right.
But what Bill can do, what BC can actually do, is he can go ahead and annoy his opponents, meander around, and Hakii can just walk around, plant grenade, run.
Yeah, and I think right there what you saw is BC going to be able to exploit Ganon's recovery because it's so linear, and I think that's going to be a big part of this match is how often BC gets Drago off the map and sets up the game. And the rest of the time, it's going to be Hakii just kind of creating static for him to find that opportunity. So it's going to be on probably the way that Drago and Mufin's team's going to work. Drago's going to go in constantly. Muffin's going to be looking for those hard punishes afterwards. So the weight of the team's success rests solely on Drago's shoulders because he has to be able to create room for Mufin.
Like he just did there with that back air. Very, very nice. High percentage. Now, this is where actually BC excels, right? It's his survivability, and as I say that, this man bites the dust. And now blue team seem to be in the lead.
Yeah, Mufin actually doing a really good job of stock tanking. I think because there's so many projectiles that are possible on the map at one time, he can really make a lot of use out of the absorb and recover so much percent that we should be seeing him stock tank very well consistently.
I just want to point out the delicious red sparks that this man Dragonite got because he was at high percent, almost killed Hakii at like sub 70%. But now this blue team, see, it's just with the Ganon on your team, like the one thing that you really want to rely on is hard reads if you're the blue team, but in a doubles meta, you really can't. He's just there for the hard punishes.
I think if you're looking to aggressively win, that's correct. But look at Mufin at 53%. And I think that the real big deal is make sure that Mufin has enough time to absorb projectiles. Because when everyone else was around 70-ish% on their second stock, Mufin was at 0. And now he's at 68 while everyone's on their first stocks. And so Drago can make plenty of mistakes. He can go for all those hard reads we were talking about as long as Mufin is there to be able to hold on to that stock. And it seems like he's able to do that right now. But we'll see for how long.
With the footstool, making sure Ganon doesn't come back. I like it.
Yeah, and Mufin trying to keep BC at the ledge. I'm sure that it's not hard to ask BC to stay at the ledge since he's Villager.
I just want to let these gentlemen know, when you rewatch this, there is way more real estate than the ledge. you can actually traverse the entire stage if you wish.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but nah. And Hakii having to air dodge back, BC gonna help get him off that ledge by attacking Ganon when he has his back to him. And Mufin really just playing this camp game where he stays behind and he's looking for a Lloyd. He's looking for a grenade like that. And he's looking for those to try and recover that damage because it's so critical that he's able to live long enough that they take snake stock and make it a 2v1 where he's really able to help.
Yeah, Ganon really does. Ooh, and he's not going to die off that snake, one of those heavy boys. And he rode that Cypher all the way up in the air. That C4 on the ground, and Ganon noticed it. Good for him. The back throw, the Nikita, but you don't have room for that. And he got hit by something. Mufin got hit by something to send him over the edge.
This is interesting. Everyone is plus 100% right now, and I'm surprised that they haven't died earlier. And that's it. Now that he's got Snake off stage and dead, BC's going to have a moment to trap him here. Yeah.
I was going to say the one thing that Ganon didn't want, the one thing that he didn't want was to end up in a 2v1 versus those two monsters over there, BC and Hakii. He really didn't want to be in that situation, but yeah. It was pretty even throughout, I should say. But
one thing I want to mention is last night we're at Smash Camp in Austin, and doubles teams are being assembled. and signups are happening. And Drago had plans to team with Hakii that day, so he came down just specifically for that. But Hakii didn't remember that he already had obligations, so they got in a little squabble. And Drago was like, "Man, if Mufin was here, we could beat y'all." Blah blah blah. And so this is actually a little bit of a beef right here, because Mufin and Drago feels confident about them being able to beat any team that Hakii's on.
Okay, well, first of all, I would like to reiterate that Hakii is one of the best players in the state. And Bill chooses actively to barely participate in this game.
Yeah.
And people forget about it, right?
Yeah.
When BC wants to be, he is the top 10 player in Texas. So for Drago to make bold claims like, "Oh, I can beat any team that Hakii's on," you really think Hakii wouldn't go for a play like this?
Drago and Mufin, Drago thinks that they can win a regional over like good teams. So you know, we're gonna see if he's able to put his money where his mouth is. They lost that first game, but potentially not the set.
Well, look, Drago and Mufin are very, very talented players, like in their own right. But this team is kind of monstrous. And when 50%, you get 50% on you, and 10 seconds have gone by, you need to rethink your life choices.
Yeah, and BC's sitting at a healthy 0%. He hasn't taken any damage, and he's not worried about taking any because he's got Snake there doing all the work. Oh, covering the roll is BC. I like it.
See, now that would have been like a sick team composition, actually. Like Ganon Snake.
I'm sure.
and the down throw setups you could get, that would be crazy.
Oh man, yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Getting put in on this blue team right now is quite healthy, and BC sitting at 30%. And the C4 plant and Ganon go back into space, my friend.
Look, this is a lot because BC is for sure the whole game, this whole second game, he is for sure going to be just camping it out, hanging out, and living, because last game Mufin did that. And he's like, you know what, you did it, and it's nice, but I could definitely do it better because the ledge is mine.
And now more C4. It took that one small talk with Bill to be like, hey, this is how we're going to do things a little bit different.
Yeah.
Right? And now because of it, these guys sitting at a healthy 3 stocks, and now both players can really just, of the red team, they can really just chill.
I mean, honestly, Snake can pull out a grenade and roll with it, and BC can camp ledge. And if you notice, Hakii has picked up on Muffin's absorption, and so he's putting out grenades there and then pressing the attack with dash attack and pressing it with forward tilt and pushing it on him so that he's not able to get the wait for the explosions. And that's important when you don't want to give him that healing ability that he milked last game.
Look at this. All of this, like all these explosions, there's so much static, as you said at the beginning, just happening on this map right now. And they are taking full advantage of it in the bowling ball, hitting Drago.
In a trade. He waited it out and just traded with the upbeat, the last hit, the lingering hit at the end of it.
Oh my goodness, and 46%, you just got back and you getting hit.
Yeah, this is now Hakii the one that's maintaining his low percent. He's gonna have to go high here. Yeah, and air dodge to the ledge, because Mufin is definitely trying to exploit that exploitable recovery of Snake, where he's so vulnerable at those low knockbacks off stage.
God, and you know, the strategy in this matchup for the red team would be, hey, let's just jump Dragonite, you know what I'm saying? He's the Ganon, he's the heavy, and we can really take advantage of him. But because there's just so many projectiles happening at the moment, it's literally like they just keep interrupting this game.
Yeah.
And because of it,
Hakii was like, let me just get this up to 131, that's for sure gonna kill. And Drago upbeat early because he had no resources, and now we're just kind of see them walk Mufin out the door and back into his car. Like, you can leave now.
Hey Mufin, you look really nice for whatever you had planned today. It definitely wasn't no Smash Brothers, because right now we might have to send you and my mans out the tournament.
Yeah, and he's going all the way down there because he has stocks to play with. He's got BC stock because BC ain't losing it. Covering the rolls, yeah.
Yeah, and what I would have did there, what would have been good there, excuse me, is for him to just literally just sit in between them. And if you get caught in the air, my leg is limber enough to reach you right in the middle of your forehead. Yikes.
Hey, man, that match happened about as you expected.
Yeah.
I think with